Howdy, howdy, howdy. I mean, meowdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to this wiggity wonderful game, Borderlands 2. Ha-cha-cha.
Ha-cha-cha. Jared, when I do this, does that show up for you?
It looks like you are breathing heavily in a way that would make it very difficult to aim your firearm.
That's a little disappointing. I'm like bringing the scope up to my eye and then not over and over. I thought it might look funny.
Unless your eye is where most people's nipples are, it is not working.
Oh, well, you're the Borderlands expert. I don't know the lore. Is that a thing about gunzerkers?
I'm pretty sure it's not a thing.
Traveling eyeballs?
All right. We got some guns here. How many guns do we have? Just the two. That's fine. You know, this is quite strange because I genuinely do not remember having these guns. I thought I had a fancy revolver that you had dropped, but maybe I got rid of it. You know what? I think I got these at the end of last stream. We just beat that boss that had the weird boat stuck up on an iceberg.
Uh-huh.
Which, you know, speaking of fantasy escapism, pretty cool to imagine icebergs still existing.
Well, I mean, on other planets, who's to say? Maybe that's actually a bad sign for their environment that icebergs exist.
Global cooling could be a problem. I could see that.
Yeah, maybe this planet didn't always have icebergs, and then they tapped the power of the local star too much. Cool down the whole solar system.
Hey, that sounds pretty familiar, Berkeley.
Is that the plot of something?
Yeah. You remember that book with the I was gonna say the book with the guy. Why am I so bad at remembering details?
Is Red Rising?
It is not Red Rising.
I got nothing.
You got me onto this book last year, and it's really, really good. I think it's by the same guy who wrote The Martian.
Oh, you're totally right. Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Chat, if you're out there and you have not read Project Hail Mary, 10 out of 10 would strongly recommend. I really adore that book.
The sci-fi book that's also about friendship.
Which was the real treasure all along. So, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know too much about it, but the one of my coworkers is an older lady who always likes to update folks on what's going on around. So like the Aurora Borealis, I didn't even know it had happened until I got an email with pictures attached to it from this lady. And she told me that we are reintroducing grizzly bears into the Cascade Mountain Range.
Oh, that's fun. Is that like for real?
I've
Or is
heard
this like
other
a
people
conspiracy theory she's trying to get going?
That is a good question. I've heard other people say it since she said it that are unrelated, like different circles. Whether that makes it real or not is a very good question.
Okay.
Oh no. Catch a ride! Anyways, running around in a world with guns and giant furry animals that are trying to kill you is about to be a reality if you live in the Cascades.
That's fun for us. Well, not me. I'm not in the Cascades.
Us. You are the Cascades, Berkeley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Meg in the chat says she still hasn't gotten to Project Hail Mary, but Artemis by Andy Weir, same author, was really good.
I have not read Artemis. I'll do a deal with you. You read Project Hail Mary, I'll read Artemis. We'll come back, and whoever has the funniest take wins. And we know it'll be you, because I just don't generally have funny takes on books.
Your funny takes on books are, wow, I really liked that. Thanks for the recommendation.
Yeah, and you're like, ha ha ha. Imagine you liking something. That's so funny.
Susie Moo says Scooter is one of her favorite NPCs in this game. I don't remember who Scooter is. Is that our little robot friend?
Nah, Scooter, I believe Scooter's the guy who runs Catch a Ride.
Oh, nice. Seems pretty iconic already from the few lines I've heard from him.
Yeah, he is definitely a fan favorite. Punch him to death.
Thanks for helping me there.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm sure you could have handled it on your own.
I'm not sure I could have handled it on my own. Oh, one of those boys is real big. Oh, and real explodey. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Scooter's one of my favorite NPCs. Meg says I was about to say I can have really good takes on books, so she's gonna win. Sounds like we're all betting in the same direction here.
Yeah.
Dude, I cannot keep up with this ammo usage.
Yeah, it'll get better once you get into the town. Then you can upgrade a lot of the stuff about your guy. How much guns you can hold in different areas, and ammo and grenades, all that. All that good stuff.
Looking forward to it. I've been playing a game called Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and that game does an incredible job of making you suffer and then immediately giving you the ability that would have made you not suffer. And I say that in the best possible way. They like really make you appreciate every level up that you get. So I can respect when a game like makes you go through something hard in order to make you appreciate how you're leveling up. How did you die?
Giant monster came out of nowhere and definitely attacked me, and he was super scary, so I'm very tough in the fact that I didn't scream.
Nice.
Definitely cool. Wasn't me just trying to figure out how to ping stuff and accidentally throwing a grenade.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I still don't know how to ping stuff. Chad, I don't know if you can hear this, but when Berkeley jumps, he makes this really funny noise.
Oh, man. I just pushed F, which is how you ping stuff in Portal, and it used up my super cool ability.
Basketball would be a lot more entertaining if anytime somebody jumped, they audibly went... "Ah!"
Does that include the basketball?
Yes, it does. We need AI grunting basketball today.
I don't think you need AI for that. I don't think you even need a computer for that. I bet you can make a physical, mechanical solution to that problem.
Rubber ducky basketball?
Yeah, there we go.
I'm imagining all those audio engineers out there who are supposed to do the sound design for those live events crying, just completely breaking down because of these.
Found some healing.
Hey, finally I'm not almost dead.
Nice. I think scene from High School Musical would have been a lot better with rubber ducks in the basketballs.
You can't even hear them singing over. Yeah, they're not getting their heads in the game at all during that scene. All right, so Berkeley, this is my problem in most of the games I play. We got this cool dialogue after I interacted with this kiosk, and it was telling us how to get a car so we can move forward. And you know what I did instead? Turned around and ran through to the nearest enemy and started fighting him. And
that might have been on me. I think I started shooting at someone that wasn't aggroed.
that's not. I don't think that's your fault. Good thing we have
shooting someone that was minding their own business.
Look, man, is this not America?
This is not America.
This is not America.
Chance says pinging wasn't added until Borderlands 3.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thought I was losing my mind. I tried every button. All right. Do we want a kind of weird camouflage gun with a machine or car with a machine gun, or do we want the one with the rocket launcher?
How bad's the recoil on the machine gun, do you think?
I don't think it's a factor in aiming. The dispersion is going to be more impactful than the recoil. So
okay, let's do the machine gun.
Okay.
Less chance of us blowing ourselves up.
I think I've got some pretty cool skins unlocked here. Evil King.
Chance says he too tried to ping and blew himself up with a grenade. It's amazing. If I had a nickel for every time, I have 2 nickels.
That's not a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. All right, bubblegum pink, let's go.
Nice. Oh, do I get to get in?
Yes,
or
you do.
I just get shot at?
Both.
I'll be on top. Nope.
You're bouncing around like a little hot potato. There you go. Alrighty. The driving in this game is very weird, and this was the first video game that I played that was kind of open world and had driving in it. And then I tried to play Forza 2, and the driving mechanic in that game is very realistic. Well, probably the reason that we're not able to go through that is because we're not supposed to, and I am being dumb.
That seems fake.
That is sadly all too common.
I can't believe this game would not let us walk through that wall.
A common Jared L.
You
Let's get
call
over
this
here.
a open world sandbox game? No one calls
Railroading.
this
Can't go through wall? Railroading.
Railroading.
Literally railroading. Alright. I think there's a fancy chest on top of this pipe. Oh, there's a pile of rotting trash at least. You know what I like to do when I see rotting trash? Punch it to see what comes out.
Oh, nice.
That's a normal people thing to do.
Intelligence, culture, morality, honor, ambition, good looks. I could go on, but I won't. But I can. Ah, it's dignity. I almost forgot to mention dignity.
Any other books anyone's reading that they would like to recommend? Ooh, some goodies up here.
Take what you would like to take. I can't use any of those. Oh, that was a mistake.
I'm really hurting on my accuracy already, so I feel like I can't pick anything with lower accuracy.
Oh yeah. Berkeley, are you playing controller or mouse and keyboard?
Mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Is there fall damage in this game?
No.
Okay. Why do you ask?
Oh, I was gonna say, if you're playing with the controller, that might explain why your accuracy isn't quite doing it. But
No, skill issue.
yeah, skill issue, unfortunately.
No, it's too much Assassin's Creed where I can snipe someone with a bow and arrow at 1,000 feet.
So I just want to point out see how much spread there is in where the bullets are going? That's called dispersion. And if you ever are shooting a gun that is doing that as badly as this is, it is probably broken, and you should probably stop shooting it and step away, because it might explode or something.
Oh.
Guns explode, right? That's a thing. That's a gun thing.
You tell me.
I think they do.
Meg says she's finally finishing up the Queen's Thief series after starting it for the first time when she was in 5th grade. Such a good series.
Is it about a thief who steals all of the queens out of decks of cards? Oh,
That would
sorry.
be a fun, like, D&D character hook.
Ha ha ha. Try to play poker. You can't.
And that voice is a second good hook. You're on a roll.
I don't know if our definitions of good are the same.
Do you like how I keep jumping out of the moving car?
I do. It makes me respect you.
I didn't realize you could pick up the loot from the car.
I didn't either. Did that actually happen? I don't think you can if it's guns.
Oh
Or,
yeah, I'm just interested in money and ammo.
Moonstones.
I'm in a committed relationship with this pistol. Okay. Meg says that is not what the Queen's Thief does, but he does steal a literal queen, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Unless you're the queen, I guess.
Does
or
he
one of her loved ones.
Is there an apostrophe in the title? It's the thief belonging to the queen? Or thief of multiple queens?
I think it is possessive, yeah. It's like the court's jester. This is the Queen's Thief.
Okay. By the way, there's an old movie called The Court Jester, starring an actor that I quite like called Danny Kaye. It's kind of funny if you like old, like 1950s comedies. It is very much a product of its time in terms of how it's written, though, so don't expect it to be like, I don't know what a comedy is.
Just kidding.
Well, yeah, there's that. There is that. It will not be like Shakespeare.
I don't like
Berkeley.
that cactus has a health bar.
Yeah, well, that's fair play there. I would just like to illustrate, or highlight rather, another weird boat placement here. Behold, a boat on a giant pylon.
I don't know why you're such a hater and always think that these boat configurations aren't reasonable.
I'm saying, like, I don't think boats were designed to have structural integrity when you apply that much of this, the support to only one section of the hull. And also, that probably weighs like several hundred tons. And how did they get it up there?
Have you considered the amount of structural integrity that would be gained by a thin film of frost over the entire boat?
No, I didn't. I assumed that was negligible, and that's where I went wrong.
Clearly the frost is doing the heavy lifting.
My bad, my bad.
Or the heavy holding together, as the case may be.
Okay, another one of my many fatal flaws in gaming is that I don't really pay attention to where the objective is. I just kind of go where my heart wants me to go. And I'll try not to do that so that you guys on the stream, in the chat, just, you know, get to actually see us achieve something.
I mean, go places, get guns, kill monsters. What more is there to achieve, really?
That is very fair for a vault hunter. Okay, you stay in the car because a bunch of bad guys are about to jump out
Nice.
from those
Which
buildings.
way? From the buildings? Okay.
Yeah.
You're never getting into Sanctuary, you bloodshot skagligs. Hold up.
Whoa.
You're a Vault Hunter. Just a sec. Roland wanted to talk to you. Let me echo him.
Thanks, Lieutenant Davis.
Oh, so you're the one I've been hearing all this radio chatter about. Name's Roland. I used to be a Vault Hunter like you, until I formed the Crimson Raiders.
Till I took an arrow to the
When I get
knee.
back to Sanctuary. For now, I need your help. My men tell me Corporal Reese hasn't returned the power core that we need to keep the city's shields running. Bring Reese back to Sanctuary, and you'll have earned your place in the Raiders.
Roland's contacted
Okay.
him. Good. Listen to what he says. He can help us defeat Jack.
It appears that I was mistaken about guys coming out of the buildings.
I was promised guys coming out of the buildings.
Whatever will we do? I don't think I'll ever financially recover from this.
Oh, there's things behind us now if we want. Nah, never mind. You're too fast.
Reminding you all not to worry your pretty little heads about those earthquakes. See, with every tremor, my drill gets closer to the vault, to freedom, order, and safety for us all. Except to you assets in Sanctuary.
Roadkill.
There is a audio log in the road that I'm going to jump out and grab. Also, the car is being electrocuted by the cactus with the health bar, so
Okay, that's
hopefully it
super
doesn't
fun.
blow up while you're in it.
Got the power core from the bloodshots! Blow the bridge! I'm hit! Gonna lose him in the marrow fields!
Can't remember if I talked about this last stream, but I've been reading Go Tell It on the Mountain by James Baldwin. And I just love James Baldwin. I feel like the way that he writes feels so relatable, even though he's writing like 60 or 70 years ago. And I have not a lot in common with his narrators, but just the way he talks about religion and family and puberty just feels like very authentic to what I experienced. And I think I love connecting when you can connect with an old book like that.
Yeah, I really enjoy things that remind me of the continuity of human behavior, right? Just because people lived super long ago doesn't mean that they were fundamentally different as human beings. Okay, we have to go in here, and even though in real life we could fit the vehicle through these weird tusk things, we will be forced to go on foot.
Oh,
My
okay.
condolences.
Rip the car. Gone but not forgotten.
Goddamn bloodshots, there's too many of them. If anyone can hear me,
You get to use my pistol again. Heck yeah.
this skag bait grinder.
How's that feel?
So good.
I love that for you.
Jared, my pistol's scope has like a checkerboard of squares.
Yes.
One shows where the bullets are gonna go, and 4 do not.
Yes.
Is there any like real utility to that? Or is that just a design choice?
That's a really good question. There are some things that they add to the reticles in this game that are not functional, but many scopes have different notches in them to allow you to adjust for things like wind or distance without
okay.
having to actually modify where the center reticle of the scope is ranged for in real life.
Nice, that makes sense.
So that could be what they're going for, or it could just be decorative.
Cool.
Should we help this guy? Oh, okay. I guess we're gonna do it. Ooh, that guy is definitely not somebody I can punch to death.
Damn. Well,
You're fine, you're fine.
Ta-da!
thank you.
You are welcome. We got very lucky that some racks showed up. Otherwise, we would have been gone.
I plucked the hair from the head of a dying king.
Don't worry about me, just get him.
I'll save you.
Yeah. Thanks.
I've got you.
Ow. There you go.
Thank you.
It'd be pretty crazy. Like, you're small enough in proportion to these birds that seems almost like they should be able to just pick you up and carry you away. You're much too muscular for that to actually happen. But,
Right.
you know, could be kind of fun to watch.
Take me, birds. I don't know if we're getting the same music right now, but the music I'm getting is awesome. It's like
Ye-
a little twangy,
Yeah,
a
it's
little singy.
it's like a mix between like a sitar and like just a regular guitar, which is probably what it is. It's regular guitar played in a sitar style. But hey, what do I know? Oh, hey, look at this dude. What's up, dude?
A Vault Hunter? Didn't think I rated that much of a rescue. One of those psychos ran off with the power core. Without it, Sanctuary will be defenseless.
So,
Get that core back to Sanctuary.
all right.
I'm just gonna take a nap.
Uh,
When I'm not on Pandora anymore.
I don't know about that, sir.
R.I.P.
Sir?
Corporal Reese.
Dead?
Don't fall asleep.
One of the first Crimson
Okay.
Landsmen I recruited to the Raiders.
Wake up.
That power core back.
Wake up.
While you're at it, kill some bandits for Reese. It's what he would have wanted.
Hey, Roland. I'm just saying, his death is your fault and represents poor leadership because you sent one guy to get something that you need, otherwise you're completely defenseless. Your whole organization is defenseless. And I don't know, like, how you guys feel about it, but at this point, I probably would have walked away and not joined the Crimson Raiders and not gone to Sanctuary. Treasure? Alright. Pop it open. I'll pop it open. Let's see. What do we got? Shotgun and other type of shotgun.
Mind if I take one of the shotguns?
Please take either or both. Feel free.
Okay. Yeah, that made me drop my old shotgun if you're interested.
Let's take a look at it. Why not? All right. So, you asked about books. I have not been listening to a lot of books. I've got a couple that I'm interested in listening to, talking about the civil rights movement and kind of the history of. Let me back up a little bit. I'm a member of, or a frequent browser of r/liberal gun owners. and it was recommended on their book about how gun ownership was critical to the success of the early civil rights movement, which is a topic I don't know a lot about, but I'm fascinated by. Didn't know it existed until I saw a comment mentioning it. So that's on my to-read list. I've also been listening to a lot of podcasts about the Syrian conflict and how the war in Iraq kind of led to the rise of ISIS, and then some of the repercussions of that kind of, I guess, were exacerbated by the conflict in Syria, and that's something I'm really fascinated by. Probably not very exciting for most normal, regular people, but yeah, that's up on my list of things to read.
Nice. I think that the mini-map is pointing us where that car can't go.
Yes, you would be correct.
Okay. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on the civil rights one. That is also, like, gun ownership with civil rights is not something I know anything about, other than that one famous picture of Malcolm Gladwell. Not Malcolm Gladwell, Malcolm X.
Yeah. Yeah, I've read books that kind of mention like a few specific anecdotes from like very early civil rights, like the founders of the NAACP type early 1900s, but nothing that was systematically researched through that lens. So I'm curious to see what is and isn't going on there, and I don't know, the perspective that those folks had on that facet of American culture, and I guess how they would relate that portion of rights with civil rights as a whole. So yeah, I'll read it and I'll report back. But yeah, I really don't know what to expect. Another one that I'm curious, I haven't read this, but I've heard that it's quite good. The Three Body Problem. It's a sci-fi, from what I understand, a sci-fi book. Has anybody in the chat read that? Have any thoughts on it? I'm a big fan of the Expanse series, book series. I watched a little of the show, but not much of it. But I guess sci-fi is my most read genre. So I'm always on the lookout for good sci-fi, but I don't know if everybody feels this way, but I don't want to invest into a book if it's not going to be high quality to begin with. So I struggle with that. With actually starting series.
That won't destroy Sanctuary today, at least.
Just not enough time to read bad books, you know?
Welcome to the Crimson Ring.
Yeah.
I'm being attacked. I'll see you.
I'm on my way.
Thanks. I don't know about the shotgun thing.
Yeah, you have to be really close for them to be effective, and they just use so much ammo. Is this a cage full of rotting trash? Oh no, that's a human being. Okay.
Oh.
Well,
I'm gonna start saying that to my nemesis at work. Is this a cage full of rotting trash? No, that's a human being.
if you want to call it that. So do you have
I
a
don't
work
actually have a
nemesis?
nemesis.
Okay.
No,
I was
love
pretty
everyone that I
excited
work
for you.
with.
I feel like having a work nemesis means that you're just inherently a fascinating person.
Today at work I learned that there's like a formal concept of a bird nemesis,
What?
which is when you're a birder, someone who likes bird watching, and you multiple times travel to a location to see a specific bird, and every time you don't see it. Oh, are you dying?
Oh, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. So every time you don't see it, you notch one up on your bird nemesis. The bird becomes your nemesis?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I won't
Okay.
Yeah.
die here.
That's pretty good. Ooh. Okay, I made it back. And I leveled up. What a serendipitous occasion. Oh. Do you need assistance?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Oh no, this dude's running faster than I can chase him. Out of ammo, are you kidding me? Okay. Will.
I was one step too far. I'm sorry, Berkeley. I
No.
failed you.
I failed you, I'm the one that's dead. Okay, let's see if I can catch up.
Alright, I don't think there's anything up here. So we're gonna keep going inland. I mean, I guess we've already killed all the bloodshots. So at this point, we're just in it for treasure. What do we got here? Some assault rifles. And some ammo. Okay, with that, I think it's finally safe to level up. Okay. Welcome back, Berkeley.
Thank you.
Treasure is up, kind of up at the top in the middle there.
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we are looted out here.
Sanctuary then?
Yes. I guess.
Is this anything like Sanctuary Hills from Fallout 4?
If I'm thinking of the right place, might be similar. Sanctuary Hills is like where you set up your first base, right, with the Minutemen.
Yeah, and like where your character is from before the war.
Yeah, so it's similar in that it is a refuge for like the last sane cooperative cooperative people on Pandora, but it is much higher tech, I would say.
Makes sense.
This is a message to Sanctuary, the last stronghold
Shotgun.
of the resistance.
Gross.
Pandora, as you knew it, the chaos, the bandits, that time has passed. If you let it, this could be an era of order, of peace. Just turn yourselves in, and I promise, your deaths will be quick.
That is such a tempting author, Handsome Jack. Thank you for
The last part, by the way.
the beautiful speech.
Time torturing you bandits come to death, and I'll enjoy it even more because I shouldn't say more. I got a little secret that you know what? You don't need to hear it. It'll probably just confuse you. Roland, is that you? Oh, it's the Vault Hunter. Get in quick. Roland's Echo communicator went dead. We need your help.
Who's
Hey, the
those
guys
people
are
you
cute.
mentioned earlier?
Yeah, they're coming out of the buildings.
Yay! Oh, did he say leave us alone?
Probably.
Like the most convincing thing an NPC could say as you slaughter them. Usually they say things like, "You made a big mistake,
You shouldn't
and
have
you'll
come
never
here."
take all of us." In Assassin's Creed, if you're doing too much like hiding behind cover while you're in a bow and arrow shootout, they'll like make fun of you for that. They'll be like, "Aren't you gonna come out and fight?"
That's awesome. That kind of, I never thought about this, but you know, we think of gunfights, you know, like cowboy duels type of thing, like a gun duel. Do you
Mhm.
think bow and arrow duels were a thing?
I think. That's a great question. I feel like all the representations of bow and arrows through history I've seen have either been like hunting, which, you know, presumably the thing you're hunting is not interested in a duel,
Yeah.
or you know, as part of like a mass military group. Like you've got your infantry in the front and the archers in the back,
Made it to
mhm.
Vanderbilt, huh?
or
Well done.
Robin Hood.
It'll be nice to see a friendly face when I'm
Ah,
So
I
maybe
could,
Robin Hood.
to the ground.
I could see Robin Hood doing some classic old timey cowboy times duels with bow and arrow. That kind of makes me want to remake like spaghetti western soundtracks, but with medieval like lyre and flute.
That is a great idea that you should act on. You got a power core for this guy?
You're the one Commander
I do now.
about. The one who faced Jack and lived.
Dude, there are cracks all over your... I don't know how you're seeing out of those lenses.
Power core into the shield generator.
Honestly, at this point, you should probably just throw that away.
He looks like a bug.
He does
Think
look
he
like a
knows he looks
bug.
like a bug. Should we tell him?
Yes.
Sir, you look like a bug.
And I'm gonna jump on you to squish you like a Goomba. Alright. Reward collection time. There is a shotgun or rocket assault rifle.
Will you use the assault rifle?
Probably not. The shotgun looks pretty powerful.
Okay, let's do the shotgun.
As much as I hate to say it, I do think it is a good choice.
Him missing, we really need your help. Talk to Private Jessup at the gate. He'll let you into the city. Jessup, stand up straight. We got a vault hunter headed your way.
Let me get the gate for you.
Thank you. Hey, look, your armor's not cracked and gross.
It's an honor to meet a
Hyperion Moonshot Blitz.
Commander Roland never came back from his secret reconnaissance mission. He left very specific orders for this contingency, which you can help carry out.
Wasn't he just under attack?
Crap. I mean, darn. Roland needs your help. Without you, the Crimson Raiders don't stand a chance against Jack. Please find out where Roland's gone. Sanctuary. Built on the ruins of the Dahl Corporation's finest interplanetary mining ship. Now the last refuge for thieves, murderers, and outcasts. Welcome home.
Thanks. I
don't
guess.
live here.
Ah, true.
Oh, actually, maybe I can live in here.
Yes.
No, I can't get into it.
It's because you're not a cat.
Hmm. I don't fit, so I won't sit.
That is, yes, the motto.
Things are gonna get worse before they get better.
Now, if I was so inclined, could I start a brawl here?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh,
I know. It would be really cool if Lego Star Wars mechanics carried through. But alas,
how
they
did
do
you know
not.
what I was thinking of?
Because I was just thinking about that myself, actually.
Oh, I started a little cussing.
Here it is.
Oh, crap. Is it Hyperion? I heard all of you were robots and you eat metal after garbage and stuff. Knew you wired death machines to come for me once Roland went missing. Now, if you're here to kill me, you should probably know. You'll never take me alive, you robotic son of a bitch!
Scooter! Catch a ride?
Wait a minute. Huh? Well, hang me upside down from a telephone pole, cover me in honey, and lead me to a slow death at the hands of hungry spider ants. You ain't no Hyperion robot. You're a vault hunter, huh?
That's like a unicorn.
What up, Scooter?
We're gonna take your stuff now.
All your stuff is mine.
All your boxes are belong to us.
So Skyrim kind of does this where like there's certain stuff you're not allowed to take.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise PCs will get angry at you. This game doesn't really have that. I think this game is older than Skyrim, but I could be wrong about that. But would it be as fun if you couldn't take stuff without making folks mad? Or would that make it more fun?
I usually like when you can take everything, but I do have to, I've seen some games where it's fun having to avoid getting caught taking things. Baldur's Gate and Fallout 4 I think do that really well, where there's like a cost associated with stealing things.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey has that mechanic, but like you're murdering so many people all the time anyway that like people's anger for stealing things is kind of negligible.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing The Witcher 3 and I found it like it broke my immersion that no one cared that I was stealing stuff.
Yeah.
I would be like in a guy's house trying to resolve a quest and I could just take whatever from his like nightstand. And I was like, you don't care? Why is this not highlighted red?
Yeah. Oh no.
shortcut to Sanctuary, but you wandered off. I also can't help but note a considerable lack of welcome back hot trap decorations. Oh well, I'm sure they just haven't finished setting them up yet.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, Claptrap, but I think you're living in the dump of the city.
Chat, what are your opinions? Should games let you take whatever you want, or should there be consequences for stealing? I will say in Assassin's Creed it's really satisfying when you're like in a temple or something and you take stuff you're not supposed to right in front of people and they like audibly gasp but then don't do anything about it. That's pretty fun.
It's the feeling of getting away. Yeah, that actually is really interesting that makes it fun. Because, like, there's no consequence, but there's still a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. All right, well, I guess we gotta talk to the town mechanic.
Ooh.
Go back down to Scooter, right?
Probably.
Scooter. Yep.
Now you gonna help us out with this Roland situation? I heard them Crimson Raider dudes talking about it. Roland told me if you ever disappeared, I was supposed to initiate Plan B, or as I like to call it, Plan Turn This City into a floating ass fortress of airborne awesomeness. Haha. B. I got some fuel cells around here. You'll need those. Oh, you'll need this iridium here too.
Susie says it depends on the game. Do you have any where you like really liked the way they did it, or really disliked the way they did it? I liked in Skyrim when I stole like a health potion or something from a hotel I was staying at, and then the hotel owner sent a bunch of like mercenaries to follow me to a different city. That's the only time I've ever seen that, where they like followed you to a different region to get upset. That was cool.
Yeah, and then like there'll be a letter on their person explaining like who hired them and that they're supposed to take you down. That happened to me all the time. It got to the point that I was like being confronted every time I was out walking between cities. So I just started fast traveling everywhere. All right. Plug in these fuel cells. I'm trying to think. There was one of my favorite Zelda games is for the Game Boy. I think it was for the original Game Boy, actually. It's called Link's Awakening. And there were a ton of bugs in the game that you could exploit to do stuff. And one of the things you could do was steal from the shop with it. And it was pretty surprising to me when I stole using a glitch, and then the next time I went into the shop it showed a cutscene and the shop owner turned into like this super powerful dude and killed me with an energy beam attack.
Whoa.
And I was like so disoriented. I had no idea that was something that could happen. It was wild.
It was wild.
Alright, Berkeley.
Yes, sir.
I must show you. This is where you buy upgrades to your backpack and etc.
Ooh, hooray, hooray.
So, if you would like to get in there, now's your chance.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, wait,
everything
this is-
starts out cheap. Go ahead.
What's this currency it's asking for?
Ah,
it
yes,
like-
this is iridium. It looks like purple
Okay.
bars, usually. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I bought one and now we're out of iridium. So, apologies.
Nope, it only affected you, actually.
Oh, cool.
So, yep.
Meg says, damn, capitalism strikes again. Me when the shopkeep turns into a powerful laser beam guy.
Rip me.
Oh, yeah. Meg says this is just like Stardew Valley because of iridium. I think this one starts with an E. Weird that the color would stay the same, but the spelling would change. Is there a real life thing called iridium?
I don't know.
Or not. Damn. Well, now we really gotta find Roland. You know what? Maybe get to Roland's place. I think he might have left a message there for you.
It's kind of crazy that we're on like a giant mining ship, but instead of like living in the ship, we've built a town with dirt and plants, etc., on the surface of the ship.
Vault Hunter, get in. Roland left
That's
a
cool.
message for you.
I read a Brandon Sanderson book last year called The Sunlit Man. And in that book, there's an entire civilization that is just all on ships. And they're like different sizes. Some of them are like big city government buildings, and some of them are just like individual households, and some of them are like motorcycles. But they can all attach together when they want to. So they can
Whoa.
fly as a unit or as individual ships. Pretty neat. Pretty neat.
Like every single ship could attach.
Yeah, they all are like they all have compatible docking mechanisms, and so it like
That's-
ended up looking haphazard, but it worked. And they could, like,
Impressive
share fuel.
standardization. Good for their society for being able to cooperate for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. So if I talk to this guy, I think we're going to trigger a cutscene and meet some of the most important people in the game. It is that time of the night that we would end. We can do the cutscene now, or we can do it at the beginning next time. Do you have a preference?
Let's save it. Let's
Save
kick
it.
it off with a bang next time.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry, Mr. Crimson Raider. You're going to be standing here with your little bald Moby haircut and goggles.
Isn't this the guy from the Matrix that lets you know that you're in the Matrix? Agent Smith or whatever?
You know, fun story. So my father-in-law officiated my wedding, and in his little speech as he was officiating, he talked about the Matrix, which I had not seen then, and I still have not seen. So
Mhm.
one day I will watch it, but I'm not sure. Could be Agent Smith. He's got really good looking skills.
Controversial
Yeah.
opinion. I think the Matrix is overrated.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah. I can elaborate, but I'm not gonna today. Thanks everyone for joining. Remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, and join our Discord. Come ask us why we have controversial opinions about the Matrix and who hurt us. And let us know what you're playing. Let us know what you're reading. Let us know what you're listening to. All the good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, you know, ask us, hey, will you read this? I really don't want to. Can you do my homework for me? You know, those kinds of questions.
I don't know if that'll go as well, but you can certainly try.
The answer is no. All right. So you can find the link of links with plans within plans, links within links in the description if you're watching this on YouTube, on the about page of our Twitch, or in the bio of our Instagram. Any of those places that you are. If somehow you're hearing this while you're on our Instagram page, go to a doctor. You might be dealing with some auditory hallucination problems, because this won't be on our Instagram.
Or maybe you're in the future where Meta has acquired YouTube and you can just watch our videos from Instagram natively.
That would be the upset of the century, probably.
Meg says that she and Susie weren't active in the chat because they were playing Faerun Dress Up, which is Baldur's Gate.
Nothing wrong with that. The character creator in that game is so amazing. It's very impressive.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.